Welcome to the Morning Download podcast, where we bring you all the essential information on personal finance, economics, and markets in just 8 minutes a day. Join us as we dive into the world of finance, providing you with the knowledge and insights necessary to make better money decisions.
Hey there, investors. Time for your morning download with a dose of personal finance, economics, and markets. Let's jump right in. First things first, a gentle reminder. The market has been on a roll lately, but let's not get too comfortable. It's important to make wise choices because this momentum won't last forever. So, keep your eyes open and make informed decisions. Now here's an interesting nugget for you. It's well known that predicting a stock's price is challenging, as all economists agree. However, guess what? Only 59% of Americans are on board with this notion. It seems some folks have a bit more confidence in their prediction skills. Moving on to today's headlines, we have some noteworthy news. It appears that Germany is facing some rough times. Yep, things are going downhill, economically speaking. Keep an eye on this development as it may have ripple effects on global markets. Next up, the electrifying world of Tesla. This powerhouse of an electric vehicle company continues to make noise, and this time, it's a roar. There's new and exciting news coming from the Tesla camp, so stay tuned to see what they have in store for us. Lastly, a topic close to many parents' hearts: how to fund your child's education. We'll dive into strategies and options that can help you navigate the financial aspect of your little one's educational journey. So it looks like Germany's economy is facing some tough times ahead. The latest predictions show that the economy is expected to shrink by 0.4% this year, which is worse than what was estimated back in May. That's not good news for the largest economy in Europe. One of the factors contributing to this decline is a drop in exports. Germany has been seeing a decrease in its exports, which is definitely not helping the situation. And to make matters worse, the country's unemployment rate has reached its highest level since 2001. In June 2023, it rose to 5.7%, surpassing both the preliminary estimate and market expectations. To add to Germany's troubles, the European Union seems to be losing faith in the country's economic prospects. It recently cut Germany's growth expectations for 2024 from 1.4% to 1.1%. And it's not just Germany that's facing economic difficulties in Europe. The EU as a whole is expecting slower growth, with a revised estimate of 0.8% this year, down from the previous 1% estimate made in May. Even the UK, which is no longer part of the EU, is facing similar concerns. Moving on to some global news, we have some interesting developments. India has agreed to reduce import duties on certain processed food items to 5 to 10%, which could have an impact on the market. Meanwhile, the Pakistani rupee has seen a significant recovery of over 5% in just a week. This is due to a crackdown against smugglers, which has positively affected the currency. We also have news from China, where their stance on foreign banks operating in the country has changed. This could have implications for the banking sector and foreign investment in China. Finally, investors are showing a lot of interest in the booming bond market in Europe. This shows that there is still confidence in certain areas, despite the economic challenges. So, let's talk about Tesla and how it shook up the stock market. On Monday, after an upgrade from Morgan Stanley, Tesla had an outstanding performance, which had a positive impact on the broader market indexes. It was a green day for all the major indexes. Now, analysts have an interesting perspective on Tesla. They argue that we should see it not only as an electric car maker, but also as a tech company. And you know what? They might have a point. Morgan Stanley analysts even raised their price target for Tesla to $400, up from $250. But why did they do that? Well, here's the thing. They see Tesla as potentially selling its AI technology to other automakers. Imagine that, Tesla becoming a supplier to the competition. And not only that, they mentioned Tesla using its own GPUs, specifically their Dojo supercomputer, instead of relying on NVIDIA. It's like Tesla wants to step up its game and become a major player in the tech world. All in all, it's fascinating to see how Tesla's influence expands beyond just being an electric car manufacturer. Who knows? Maybe in the future, Tesla will truly be known as a tech powerhouse in the automotive industry. Let's move on to the crypto world right now. First up, India. There were some concerns that they might ban crypto, but it looks like they're actually working on creating a regulatory framework instead. That's definitely good news. because it shows that they're open to finding a way to embrace digital currencies rather than shutting them down. Now, Bitcoin. It's been a bit rocky lately. The price has fallen below $25K, and that's got people worried. Some are even wondering if this could be the start of a big crash. It's definitely a tense time for Bitcoin investors, that's for sure. And speaking of investors, there has been a continued flow of money out of the crypto space. People are taking their funds out, perhaps due to the uncertain outlook. It's not exactly the most encouraging sign, but here's the thing. It's not all doom and gloom for digital currencies. Binance, for example, is actually welcoming scrutiny. They're not like FTX, which has faced some regulatory issues recently. Binance seems confident in their approach and ready to handle any challenges that come their way. So, while the outlook may not be great at the moment, there are still players in the crypto world who are optimistic and willing to face whatever comes next. It's definitely something to keep an eye on as things continue to unfold. Education is undoubtedly costly, especially in countries like the US, where the average cost of attending a public four-year university on campus can be over $100,000. However, did you know that there are countries like Germany, Italy, Finland, and Norway that offer free education? Some of these countries will even pay you to enroll. Pretty cool, right? But for parents who may not have access to these options, saving for their child's education can be a struggle. So here are a few tips to help you out. Firstly, consider starting a savings account specifically for your child's education. Look into government-sponsored savings accounts, like the 529 plan in the US, which offers great benefits such as tax-free earnings and withdrawals when the money is used for college. It's even possible to change the beneficiary so you can use it for your own education if needed. Another option is to explore other savings accounts like the Uniform Transfer to Minors Act, UTMA, or Uniform Gift to Minors Act, UGIMA, as well as a Roth IRA. Additionally, don't forget to fill out the free application for Federal Student Aid, FAFSA, to explore various financial aid options, including grants, work-study programs, and state aid. Just be careful to differentiate between aid and loans when interpreting your FAFSA letter. Encourage your child to apply for scholarships, as many countries offer generous scholarships to deserving students. Taking advanced placement AP classes in high school can also help your child earn college credits and save money in the long run. Consider other measures like encouraging your child to work part-time, living at home instead of boarding, and exploring tuition reimbursement options. Lastly, it's wise to steer clear of student loans whenever possible, as they can burden borrowers for up to 20 years. Trust us, you want to avoid unnecessary debt. So there you have it. Some practical tips to help you fund your child's education without breaking the bank. Today's personal finance quote comes from the legendary Warren Buffett, a man who needs no introduction in the world of investing. Buffett once said, "It's nice to have a lot of money, but you don't want to keep it around forever. I prefer buying things. Otherwise, it's a little like saving sex for your old age." Now that's quite an interesting perspective, isn't it? What Warren Buffett is trying to convey here is the importance of enjoying the fruits of your labor and not hoarding your wealth indefinitely. While having money is great, he emphasizes the significance of utilizing it wisely. Instead of accumulating wealth like a squirrel storing acorns, Buffett believes in using one's financial resources to enhance their life experiences. Much like how someone would want to enjoy moments of intimacy throughout their life rather than saving it all for their golden years, Buffett suggests that we should use our wealth to enrich our lives in the present. So, while it's crucial to save and invest for the future, remember to strike a balance by indulging in the things that bring you joy. After all, money is a tool that should enhance the quality of your life, not just sit idle in a bank account. And that concludes our personal finance quote of the day. Let these words from Warren Buffett inspire you to find that equilibrium between prudent financial planning and enjoying the here and now. Until next time, keep growing, learning, and making smart financial choices.
In today's episode, we discuss the decline in Germany's economy, Tesla's growth and potential in AI technology, the development of crypto regulations in India, the rising cost of education and ways to save, and Warren Buffett's perspective on spending money. Thank you for joining us on the Morning Download, your go-to podcast for personal finance, economics, and market insights in just 8 minutes a day, empowering you to make smarter money choices. Remember to subscribe and stay tuned for our next episode.